Dude, man, this is both a very exciting and a very emotional moment, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You know, just being able to hold the final volume of mother flipping Bleach, man. The final, just look at the cover, bro. All grown up, man. Like, you know, I went over this during the final, whenever the final chapters were coming out, and whenever the final chapter did come out, but, you know, those two final chapters, just seeing these characters that I was with for so many years, you know, all grown up and dog, man. It's incredible, bro. Look at this. 15 years worth of thanks to Ichigo Rukia, all the characters of Bleach, and to all the fans. Daite Kubo. Yo, man. 15 years worth of thanks to Ichigo Rukia and all the characters of Bleach and to all the fans. No, we gotta thank you, Kubo, bro. At least I know for sure I gotta thank you, man. You know, Bleach was the series that really propelled me to want to seek out anime online, man. Bleach greatness, bro. Bleach Volume 74, The Death and the Strawberry, man. The legendary title, bro. Even without a form, we will never stop walking, man. Dog, bro. And this covers 11 chapters. From chapter 675 to chapter 686. Man, dude. You know, I kind of, because I want to do a reread of the Blood War, and as silly as this may sound, I kind of don't want to spoil myself on this reread. So, like, I kind of don't want to go through this volume right now, bro, but yeah, I have to, bro. I have to. I gotta look through the volume. Look at the double face. In the flesh. In the flesh. Dude, man. Do you know how hyped I was when I found out that this form was playable in Jump Force? Dude, Ichigo already is an awesome character to play as in that game. In Jump Force, man, because I like playing as very quick characters. That's why I enjoyed playing as Luffy. I enjoyed playing as Ichigo. I enjoyed playing as flipping Seiya. Like, these quick characters get their attacks out very, very quickly, man. That's always been my play style. I like playing it by the ear. I strategize as it goes on, but I'm trying to go in like somewhere, man. Like, I prioritize speed. So when I found out this form was playable, man, I was like, God, the greatness. And I was so happy whenever I pulled this particular form in Brave Souls. Just such a cool looking form, man. Look at this face, bro. Look, Ichigo, man. Dog. The memories, bro. It feels like this was just yesterday these chapters were dropping. You know what I'm saying? God, man. Kubo and his magnificent... The Grand Race Arrow panel. Dude, I was marking out so hard, man. Goodness gracious, bro. The Bankai, bro. Let me see it. Tints, bro. This was crazy. I remember just reading this and then turning the page, and I was so shook. I was like, Coobs, bro. I was like, Coobs, what are we doing? I was like, Coobs, what are we doing? Like, bro, going from the how did you see it couldn't happen? You're like, what? Juha greatness, man. This man said he broke into the future, bro. I mean, good lord. Like, when all this stuff was going down, man, I could have sworn that Bleach wasn't anywhere near coming to a conclusion, bro. Because I was like, yo, Ryukin and freaking Ishin still have to come up in like swimwear as well. Oh, man, I forgot about this color page right here. I forgot about that one. My boy Hoshbald, bro. Goodness gracious, man. Just seeing through all these panels again, bro. Tsukishima, man. The two-sided... It's over. As my man Vince Carter said, it's over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. Chair Sama, can I get in the chat? Can I get a big fat Chair Sama, bro? Can I get a Chair Sama in the chat? Welcome to his. Welcome to his Soul Society. Juha? Juha who, when in the presence of Sosuke, glasses off, putting the hair, slicking it back, eyes in the Chair Sama himself. Welcome to his Soul Society, man. You know, every single time that I wish for the anime's return, aside from just having the Bleach anime, because just having the Bleach anime in of itself just gives me good nostalgic vibes. It gives me good vibes, man. Like, I can't lie, bro. It no matter what, whenever I turn on an episode of Bleach, man, I'm bound to smile because it brings back good memories, you know. But aside from that, and aside from those good vibes, whenever I think of why I want the Bleach anime to return, I think of three particular scenes, or three particular moments. First of all, I don't even know if this counts as necessarily a moment, but the stretch of chapters from chapter 500 up until chapter 514, the whole battle in the Soul Society, whenever the Von Reich was invading, and stuff was going down chapter after chapter after chapter, and it was going insane. Bankais are being stolen, Yamamoto versus Juha, and then of course Ichigo arriving in the Soul Society, chapter 512. That stuff right there, I cannot wait to see in the anime whenever it does come, because I'm a believer. I believe that it will eventually come one day, right? That portion, for some reason, the Bombietta versus Kumamura, I want to see that in the anime very badly. This is something I've always had, man. And then when it comes to the final portions of the story, Aizen and Juha, bro. Specifically, this entire last portion, but both Aizen specifically, man. I just want anime onlys of Bleach to see this man Aizen, bro. I want anime onlys of Bleach to be able to witness the greatness that is Sosuke mother flipping Aizen, bro, in action again in his chair. And the simple fact. Look at the boys, bro. Ryuken and Ishin, man. Like, bro, I expected so much more from them, man. Like, I wanted Ryuken and Ishin to real deal have their battle against Juha, man. That's what I was waiting for, bro. That's what I was waiting for, man. But you know, it is what it is. Yo, Aizen and Juha, bro. The clouds, bro. Dude. See, now I want to play Jump Force, man, because I want to play as Aizen, bro. And then here we have Ichigo and Renjin up behind him, man. Goodness, bro. Yo, the team attack, bro, when you have Aizen, Ichigo, and Renji going up in, swimwear against Juha, man, it's a final boss battle, bro. I forgot about... See, bro, this is what I'm saying, man. This is the type of stuff that I'm talking about, bro. I actually forgot about the legendary moment for a few seconds there. Whenever he pierced through Ichigo. But in actuality, it was Aizen, bro, with the Kyokutsugetsu. The Grigetsu Gatenja. Great double spread right there. The blade, bro. Man, dude. And then right here, this is, at this point, even though it has not been animated, with Jump Force having his final attack, with the character in Brave Souls using a final attack, I've seen this attack so many times, or this particular moment, so many times that if it never gets animated, I will be okay because of how good of a job both Brave Souls and Jump Force does with it, man. I mean, they stop time. You hear Ichigo's legendary Japanese voice actor delivering the line to perfection, and it's some great stuff, bro. I love this color. This is one of my favorite color single page, because you know how Bleach has its single page color pages and then it has its full color spreads. This is one of my favorite color pages for just having it on a single page for Bleach, man. Because Bleach has a lot of amazing double color spreads. But in terms of just single page, just having Ichigo right there, man, it's so simple, but it really packs a punch, especially whenever we knew that this was the second to last chapter coming out. So, great stuff, man. Great stuff right there. It was so nice seeing all of them here in the future, bro. You know, it's like I always continue to tell y'all when it comes to my taste in reading manga weekly or just reading manga in general. Some of my favorite stuff is after a time skip. Like after a time skip and seeing everybody grown up or seeing everybody reunite after a long time, that type of stuff always gets to me, bro. It never fails. Even if the arc after a time skip is not necessarily good, it doesn't matter to me, man. Like I can read volume 49 of Bleach over and over and over and over again, man, which is the first volume of the Fullbring arc, because of the simple fact that it is all these characters in a different type of state than they were when I last saw them. Especially at that time, since we had a pretty long break in between chapters. I remember the last 423, I believe, was the last chapter of the Ironcor saga. Then we got a long break, and then we came back with 424. And I remember the moment that it came out, because I was in the middle of playing Search and Destroy on I think it was Invasion, and I think it was either my boy Taco or Carlos said, "Yo, Bleach is out," and we dipped. We dipped to go read that chapter and came back to read the greatness, man. It's one of those memories. But regardless, going back to the initial point, I love post time skip stuff, man. Like in any series, like that's why Return to Sabaody in One Piece is so legendary to me, because that arc is amazing in of itself, and the fact that it takes place after a time skip, bro, it's so goat, man. Like I love it. Like same thing with Naruto Volume 28, the final volume of Dragon Ball. I mean, just with Tower of God, bro. I mean, just the first couple of chapters after a time skip, just whenever you get to see characters like in the future or something like that, it's just, I love it. I love it, man. I can't help it. It's something that I've always loved, and being able to see all these characters. I'll tell you what though, man. This page right here, just looking at it right now gets me emotional, bro. But when I first saw this, man, I could not help but tear up, bro. I really, really could, man. I mean, just look at her, bro. I mean, you look back to Rukia in Chapter 1, and you think of every single thing that she's gone through just in her personal story. And the fact that we went from the beginning of the series to having to go rescue her because she went against the law and everything going on with her story, to now having her be this captain of Squad 13, looking as gorgeous and as beautiful as we know Rukia is, man. In a freaking captain's uniform, bro. It's so beautiful, man. And the simple fact that my man Peter, bro, shout out to Peter, the very same week Bleach ended, he sent me a drawn thing of Rukia in her captain uniform. I was like, yo, shout out to Peter, man, because he didn't have to do that, bro, and he did, man. Peter's a goat. Peter's a goat, man. We all know this, yo. Yeah, thank you very much, Peter, for watching this video. I really, really... I've already told that 5,000 times in message, but it's 5,001, man. Thank you very much for the drawings, man. Like, sometimes I just look at them and I'll be like, bro, so good. So good, man. But yeah, Squad 13 Captain, Rukia, and then the final chapter of Bleach, man. Just seeing Ichigo's boy, bro. Like, my man got it in, dog. And then we get the final double spread of the series, bro. And just seeing all these characters and the way they look in now, man. I mean, for following this series for so long, so you can't help but get emotional, bro. You really can't, man. You know, I really do wish that Kubo would have given us more when it comes to the members of the Karakura family. Like, I thought that's where he was going after Ichigo versus Aizen, whenever, you know, we saw Mizuido and Keigo and Tatsuki and whatnot. When in the whole Aizen Center or whatever, he was invading the actual Karakura town. You know, I thought that after the time skip, especially with the way that he was leading on for Tatsuki, I really did think that, you know, Tatsuki, freaking Karin, I thought that we were gonna have like them play a major role in the future of the story, but unfortunately that wasn't the case, man. I would have loved to see them going somewhere. Yuzu, Karin, Keigo, Mizuido, but Tatsuki was the one out of all of them that I really wish we would have gotten to see more out of, in terms of her story. Because even going back to whenever they initially left for the Soul Society, I always thought the Kubo was setting up for something big with Tatsuki's character, and I felt like we never really got that. And I know that there was quite a couple of things like that in Bleach, man, but Tatsuki in particular was one character that I really cared about from the beginning, and I wanted to see more shine on her. But regardless, man, dude, seeing Ichigo, man, an older Ichigo, bro, Renji and Rukia together, freaking Yuzu and Karin all grown up, man. Keigo, yo, my boy Chad is a boxer, bro. Chad is a flipping boxer, man. Orihime in her housewife outfit, looking awesome. And then freaking Kazui Kurosaki, bro. Yo, man, Aizen, bro. You already know you had to get Chair-sama in the final chapter, bro. You already know you had to, bro. You had to get Chair-sama in the final chapter, dog. Yo, Aizen's final piece of dialogue. Well, I'll go ahead and read it. Because Aizen's final piece of dialogue in the series is so godly to me, man. It is so incredible, man. And I remember every single time that I go back and I re-experience this chapter, and I show it to my friends who always wondered, like, how did Bleach end? Or my cousins, or they're asking me, how did Bleach end? And I'll show them Soul Madness's video for the final chapter of Bleach. And the music that he plays during this particular portion with the speech is stuck in my head now, man. Every single time that I think about this, I always think back to that soundtrack, which I can't remember the name of it at this point in time. That shows you how long it's been since I've listened to all the Bleach soundtracks. But yeah, it's a really, really beautiful piece. But regardless, you watch. Fear certainly would not have existed in the world you wished for. But in a world without the fear of death, people will not search for hope. People will persist simply by being alive. But persistence while fending off fear is something entirely different. That is why people have a special name for it. They call it courage. And the fact that's coming from Aizen, bro, like, that's what gets to me, dog. And then right here, the moment you turn the page, you hear that Ichika Abarai, a sweeper cadet. He's a sweeper too, bro. Man. Bleach, bro. Bleach, the stories of Brave. The end. And then it says the 15 years of Bleach crew. Man. Freaking Bleach, bro. Man, dude. You know, like, it's like I always say when it comes to the series, bro. You know, the series was it still is technically in my heart, man. It's still a major part of the soul, man. Like, anytime I look back on fond anime experiences, Bleach comes up a lot, because for a long time, that and One Piece was anime and manga to me. You know, like, Bleach was anime, One Piece was manga, and it was like that for so many years, man. So many years. Even though I had watched and read a plethora of series, man, at the end of the day, every single week I looked forward to the Bleach episode and to the One Piece manga chapter. The most out of everything. And, you know, man, when the anime ended, when 366, it's not even like whenever it aired on, I believe it was March 27th, 2012. It's not even whenever that, because that one killed me, but not that much. The one that really killed me, man, and it's one of the videos that I wish would have stayed around from the old channel, was whenever the final episode aired on Adult Swim, because Adult Swim is what started this whole Bleach journey for me anyway, in the beginning. But when the final episode aired on Adult Swim, man, that is whenever everything started winding down for me, bro. That's whenever I said, yo, Bleach is real deal coming to an end, man. And ever since then, I had been prepared for the ending. And even with that, of course, like, it still hurt the soul, you know, seeing these wonderful characters that I've been with for so many years. I'm no longer with us on a weekly basis. And that's why whenever we got stuff like the like the recent one shot that he did with indication towards Bleach, man. It gets me really excited, bro, because it reminds me of those times and those memories, man. It's fond memories, man. They really, really are. And these characters, bro. Ichigo, man. Ichigo, bro. Ichigo and Rukia and Renji, man, and the whole squad, dog. It's just, man, dude. I remember whenever Bleach initially ended, my withdrawal was going so bad that I doubled down on the Gintama One Piece content, man. I was like, yo, I gotta feel the soul somehow, bro. Bleach is gone, man. And so I went ham on the One Piece and Gintama content to fill the soul. And then whenever Gintama was announced to end, I remember like I tripled down on the One Piece content, because that's what I do, bro. When a piece of my soul is ending in these series, I'm like, yo, man, I gotta replace it with something else, bro. I can't just have a hole in the soul, man. But even with that being said, all jokes aside, this series has always and will always be a part of the soul, man. I just recently actually started getting into the whole novel thing with The World Ends With You, I believe. I forgot what the title of it was, but James posted some images on Twitter, James Hansen, and I was like, yo, man, this looks really, really cool. And we got to see Hisagi's Bankai and Shinji's Bankai. And I spent last night trying to find some translations for all these novels, man. So I'm definitely gonna read those one of the days, because whenever I hear about the novels, even when it comes to One Piece, which is an ongoing series, for example, even when it comes to the novels, it's not something that I go out of my way to immediately read, because I feel like they're just there for if you want to read them whenever you feel like it, But ever since I was told, because I'm currently watching Legend of the Galactic Heroes, and I'm told that this series originated from a novel. And so whenever I was told that, my whole mindset changed when it came to novel to anime adaptations, or vice versa, right? So and whenever I heard that the novels are going to be heading into a new arc soon, I was like, yo, man, I want to catch up to these Bleach novels, bro. So I want to do that sometime this month. I'm probably going to do it, more than likely going to be doing it off air. But well, yeah, of course I'm gonna have to. There's no way. I'd be here for like a 100 chapter, man. I'm here for an hour, just reading like a couple pages for Bleach, man. But yeah, for no question, bro. Just to absorb more of the content, and then I'm so happy that Jump Force has Bleach characters, so you can keep the memory alive. And like, you guys have no idea, man. And I know I said it whenever I put out the initial. I don't remember if I said it. Maybe I thought it. But whenever I put out that video of my first Jump Force match, and I put Luffy, Yusuke, and Ichigo, man. Like, to me, bro, that real deal has always been a dream. Like, my first match in J-Stars was the same thing, bro. It was freaking Luffy, Ichigo, Yusuke, man. 'Cause it's like, come on, that's the childhood, bro. Like that. Well, childhood, teenagehood. You know what I'm saying? And God, man. It's crazy, bro. Where's my first volume, man? Where's my first volume? Yeah, man, to go from here, bro, to this, man. Bleach, bro. Going from that art style to finishing it off with this art style, man. And one of my favorite volumes in the history of anything. Volume 19 of Bleach, man. If I ever make a top 10 favorite volumes in all of manga, this is up there. I love this volume with every fiber in my being. And then this is immediately followed by 20. And 20 is followed by all the greatness in the out of the first half of the Arrancar saga, man. Even though I'd probably have some of those volumes, I'd probably have all that stuff right there on the same level. I feel like that was Bleach's, like were my main, like, God, I love this series with all my heart. It stems from that batch of chapters right there, from like volume 19 to volume it's like the end of the Turn the Back the Pendulum arc, so like around like volume like 36. So like from volume 19 to volume 36, that right there to me is just, it's A1 GOAT. It's A1 greatness, man. It's just, there's something about that portion of chapters, the beginning of the Rancor Saga, the end of the Soul Society arc, and then if we want to go even farther, man, go with Dayside, with like volumes like 47, 48, and then, like I said before, volume 49 at the beginning of the Fullbring arc, but volumes like 55 to like, what is it, 61 of the final arc, go, absolutely amazing stuff right there, man. Bleach greatness, bro. Bleach greatness, man. If you guys have not done so already, please pick up. If you are a Bleach fan, please pick up the final volume. And I think, you know, regardless of what all of us may think and discuss and talk about, you know, the potential of what the final arc could have been, in terms of what all the opportunities that Kubo was not able to capitalize on, regardless of whatever circumstances ended the series. It still stems that we were not able to see a lot of stuff that we wanted to see, which is why I'm really excited to read these novels. But even with all that being said, I still feel like this is something that we just need to own, man. Like, I felt the same whenever I fought the final volume of Naruto. Like, bro, and the same thing with the final volume of Dragon Ball. Like, bro, that's the final volume of Dragon Ball. That's the final volume of Naruto, man. Like, of Naruto, man. And that's how I feel right now with Bleach, bro. Like, it's the final volume of a series that I followed for so many years. It's like, I gotta have it, man. I gotta have it. And I knew I wanted it the moment that it released. But it's like, I was holding back on making a video. And I'm just reading it because I've had this thing for a while. I just let it sit there. I would like look at it sometimes. I'm like, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready to dive back into this greatness yet, man. But after this past weekend with the novel information, I was like, bro, I gotta talk about Bleach, man. I feel like it was time to finally dive into volume 74 and look at it once more. But like I said before, bro, I was currently, like, earlier this year, I was on a rewatch of the series, or not on a rewatch. I'm sorry, on a reread, and I got all the way to volume, I think it was 25. Yeah, the one with Hollow Ichigo on the cover, right? Yeah, I got to volume, which I need to find, by the way. I don't know what I did with my volume 25, because it's not right there on the shelf. What did I do with my volume 25? Regardless, I'll find it somewhere. It's somewhere, man. Regardless, though, yeah, I got to volume 25, because I was rereading both that and Alabasta at the same time. I was rereading the Huecamundo arc, or the beginning of the Rancor Saga, right alongside Alabasta, and I was rereading them. Like, I would read one volume of one volume of the other, one volume of one volume of the other, and I was having a lot of fun doing that. But I need to get back on it. I need to get back on the One Piece one too, because I was just about to get to read Skypiea, and then I was like, man, I'll read Skypiea and Huecamundo at the same time. But yeah, I need to continue that. That's gonna be fun. But regardless, man, I guess here's where I will end this video. The Bleach greatness, man. It feels so nice to just flip through these panels and just to see the greatness, bro. To see Kubo's art. I can't get over this double spread, bro. It looks so cool. I can't wait to play as Ichigo again in the game, man. Bleach greatness, man. But anyways, y'all, I hope everybody has an awesome day. It was nice looking through volume 74, skimming through it, because like I said, I don't want to read too much, because I even though as silly as it may sound, man, whenever I reread stuff, I do like to get pleasantly surprised by stuff that I forgot in the past. Like I did in this video, I like I said, bro, I forgot about the Aizen twist, bro. Whenever Ichigo, it seemed like he got attacked, and it was actually Yokosu Getsu, and it was Aizen that took the attack. Like, that was GOAT, man. But yeah, man, looking forward to rereading, or to continue my reread so I can get to the 1,000 Year Blood War, and because I have not reread the 1,000 Year Blood War since the series ended. I have not, and it's crazy because when Bleach was going on, I remember up until I think it was like the beginning of 600s, I had read the first half of the 1,000 Year Blood War, especially during that 8-week break. You guys remember that 8-week break between chapters 546 and 547? During that time span, dude, I reread the first, from chapter 480 to chapter 546 of the 1,000 Year Blood War so many times. Dude, that's all I would do, man. Reread. When Bleach came back, I don't remember if it was when Bleach came back or if it was the chapter whenever Renji was fighting Master Masculine. It was one of those two chapters, but I did a reaction. I think it might have been both. But I know one of those two chapters, I did a reaction while in my school library. I think it was the Renji chapter. For some reason, that's the first one that comes to mind. But I remember I had to wake up really really early to go to class that day, man. And of course, since it's college, man, I wasn't gonna skip out just because a Bleach chapter came out, and I'm paying for this junk. So I went to class, then I went to the school library. I pulled out my phone and I recorded a reaction in the library, but I don't remember what chapter it was. It was either 547 or when Renji was fighting Master Masculine, man. It was one of the two. One of the two. But regardless, just good memories, good times, good vibes, and thanks to this series, I was able to meet so many awesome people, man. And I'll never forget it, bro, for as long as I live, man. It's one of those series, bro. It's one of those series, man. The Bleach greatness will forever live on in our hearts, man. But that's enough of my emotional looking back in time. I feel like an old man, man, looking at this freaking Bleach volume, bro. But I'll see y'all next time, and I hope everybody has an awesome sauce of a day, bro. And like I said before, if you've not picked up this greatness, man, go pick it up. The final volume of that Bleach awesome sauce. Thank you, Kubo, for everything, man. I know that you weren't able to end it on your own terms, bro, but thank you for what you did give us, man. Because still to this day, you wouldn't have such a massive following if we didn't have some sort of emotional attachment to it, man. And I certainly do, bro. So thank you very much for giving us Ichigo, Rukia, and all these other wonderful characters for all these years, bro. Thank you very much, Kubo.